Our starting point is the desire to think about how we can tailor the experiences of assessment and particularly feedback around the unique qualities and needs of the students and what the implications of this process could be. The central premise guiding this journey is one from Carl Rogers, one of the founders of humanistic psychology. Rogers proposed that revolutionary idea that all human beings are born with a capacity to self-actualize, to become themselves. So the question becomes, how is this tendency of the human being to self-actualize relevant to teachers, trainers, and universities? And if it is, how can we help students become more who they are? The assessment and feedback process provides a unique opportunity in that teachers and students are both active subjects and recreator of knowledge, approaching and understanding self and reality in a critical way. It's a process which dynamically transforms both sides, as in a reflective mirror. Understanding this narrative means understanding the very development of the human being, one made from the start of a mix of messages we receive from our surroundings and a growing awareness of our own dreams and unique attitudes, of what we feel we are made for and would like to become. It's a conversation between learning about ourselves and what we understand the world wants from us, a process where reality and our dreams melt together. As we grow older, a fundamental split becomes inevitable. The organic self, made of our dreams, skills, and attitudes, and where these would take us, competes with our perceived self or self-image, that is, what we believe we should be and should be doing. It's a split that can create frustration, anxiety, and fear about ourselves and our academic and professional endeavors. It's a split known as incongruence, an obstacle to becoming ourselves and to gain meaning and value from our own experience of life. Working with congruence means that university have to nurture students like a gardener nurtures a plant in its last stages of development, before it finally blooms and is ready to be given back to the world to appreciate and benefit from its presence. Promotive congruence will give back to the world the most precious asset, individuals which are skillful and passionate about what they do. We can promote congruence starting with adapting experiences, like assessment and feedback, to the student's unique attributes and abilities, adapting to circumstances and experimenting with online co-learning and co-creating opportunities. For example, in the fourth stage of the 5 stages model by Professor Gilles Salmon, even without physical interaction, students are contributors of knowledge, with the online environment still offering possibilities of experiment, dialogue, and co-creation, in this case through digital design. In case of big cohorts, one-to-one or little groups tutorials give students the chance to interact with each other and the tutor. The book The Language of Flowers was suggested from a student coming from a family of florists to another student, contributing deeply to her final project and showing an example of fascinating co-learning based on personal heritage. Bridging the incongruence gap can be achieved via authenticity in a personalized feedback process, a democratic process fostering motivation and self-esteem. We can model congruence by presenting ourselves as real, in discussions which are transparent and intimate, and may look at the professional avenues most fitting the student's unique attributes. In creative fields like fashion, students may need to choose among different possible professional avenues, which may often be colliding, like stylist, creative, or art director. In these cases, it can be useful to work through a specific individual mentorship, and even more when the student shows a very versatile set of skills, which makes their decision even more difficult. These are just a few examples of attempting to foster congruence in our students. Our goal is for organic self and self-image to be more aligned, setting in a virtuous cycle of greater well-being, meaning and satisfaction with life, to help students become more who they are.